Hi, this is Eddie Hearn and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Faisal Khan for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law. We're here at the Brent Civic Centre for today's weigh-in ahead of tomorrow night's Misfits 007 show, and I'm delighted to be once again joined by Little Bellsy. Little Bellsy, you're not getting tired of me, are you?
No, definitely not. I'm lapping this up as much as I can.
Well, thank you very much for once again joining us. Firstly, how are you feeling going into this weigh-in, and how's this sort of last few minutes of preparation going for tomorrow night?
Yeah, look, to be honest with you, I'm actually really excited. I've come a long way, and yeah, kind of just want to get in the ring now. So yeah.
I have to obviously get your thoughts on what went down at yesterday's press conference. When I spoke to you before the presser began, you seemed very calm, you seemed very chilled, and then obviously Lil Kimchi had, I don't know what was going through her mind. She threw a prime drink at you, she tried to physically assault you, she had to be stopped by a security guard. But then I think the kind of sort of final boiling point for you had to be is when she threw a fish at you on stage. Just want to get your reaction to all of that.
Yeah, to be honest with you, look, I just think it's really disrespectful. You know, yeah, I mean, I don't mind that she threw the prime drink at me. It's all good and well, but if you're going to start throwing, fish and do other things, it's just there's no need for it. You know, it's an utter disgrace, and I took it lightly. And, I'm just going to show her what it's all about on Saturday night. Yeah.
I mean, you've come over to the UK, you've been involved in a very tough training camp, as I can imagine, and I'm pretty sure you want to come over here with sort of no bad intentions before the fight. Obviously, once you get in the ring, it's totally different, but she's kind of taken it to a different aspect now. People look at this as sort of a gentleman's sport, as sort of a sport where everything is supposed to be professional and kept respectful, but sometimes that doesn't happen. But I've been attending press conferences and these type of events now for 5 years, and it's completely something different to what I've never seen before, especially with a fish being thrown at an opponent.
So I have no words. It's just absolutely disgusting, what she's done, and it's not professional at all. So, even just her coming in the way that she has been, her persona, how loud she is, that's just going to show in the ring, to be honest. I'm cool, calm, collective. Yep, I have a little bit of nerves, but, they're going to be shaken off in the ring. There's nowhere near as... I'm nowhere near like her, and it just goes to show what kind of person she actually is. And I don't know her from a bar of soap. I can only go based on my, I guess, what's happened to me, and I just don't like her. And I'm going to really show her Saturday night that, what she did to me was wrong, and I hope that everyone out there realises what she's done is wrong, and she needs to be punished for it.
Where has this all began? Because obviously when I've been watching the sort of build up to this show for the last week or so, everything seemed pretty normal, but then it just all kind of kicked off at that public workout. But what's been the sort of number one point where all this rivalry, this heat, this intention to start between you two?
Look, I just think it started off with the public workout. She was really loud and boisterous, obviously trying to come up to me, try and headbutt me. So, I don't want someone up in my personal space. And I just feel like, she was probably just trying to get back at me, obviously, for the public workout, but she went way too far. There's just no need for it.
Well, we know she's got a career in music. She's obviously been in the porn industry as well, but this is a complete different game. So what have you been doing differently to the way you'd think that she'd be setting up? I mean, what have you been working on in training camp in specific? And are we looking at a southpaw stance, an orthodox stance, or are you looking to just come in, let your hands go, and perhaps get a knockout and get rid of her as early as possible?
Yeah, look, to be honest with you, it really just depends how I feel on the night. I may just want to, jab it out and, punish her as much as possible, or I may just want to go for the simple just knockout. But look, I've got a really good coach behind me, so we've been doing, obviously, southpaw and orthodox. I've been doing a lot of sparring. This camp has just been absolutely amazing. I've learnt so much over the last 6 weeks, technique-wise. So, I know that I've got a better IQ than her in the ring, and that's going to show on Saturday night.
Well, I'm going to have to pick your brains now about boxing. I'm going to have to ask you a few questions. Over the last few weeks, we've seen two of the biggest stars in boxing compete in Gervonta Tank Davis and Canelo Alvarez. I mean, both claim they are the face of boxing, but I'm pretty sure you watch as many of the big fights as much as I do. Who do you have as the number one face in boxing right now?
I would like to think it's Devin Haney. Yeah, I think he's quite big at the moment, and he's still young. So I think he's got a good career ahead of him. He's very strong, very good IQ, and yeah, I think he's going to go quite far.
Also have to get your thoughts on the potential tournament in Saudi Arabia between the 4 top heavyweights: Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, Deontay Wilder, and Anthony Joshua. That would be an absolute dream for any boxing fan to see those 4 fight on the same night. But if that tournament does happen, which we are hoping it does, who comes out with all the belts in the end?
Ooh, okay. I reckon it would be Tyson Fury. Yeah.
Before I let you go, one final message to the fans: what happens on fight night?
Yeah, look out, fans, because Queen Bee is here and I'm here to knock out. I've had enough. I'm not putting up with her shit any longer. So tune in and it's all going down.
Little Bellsy, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you during fight week. We wish you the best of luck for tomorrow night. Enjoy the weigh-in and hopefully catch up with you after the fight tomorrow.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you.